Hey guys, Jen here. So today we're going to do a 4th of July clothespin wreath. I'm really excited about this. So you need about 3 packages of the Dollar Tree clothespins, or I think it's about 76 clothespins. So if you're at Walmart or something like that, you can find them cheaper. You just need clothespins, guys. Okay? So clothespins, and then you need paint. So I'm going to use red and blue chalk paints. So yeah, whatever color you want. And then I think it was a cute natural too. So, and then I also picked up this really cute sign from the Dollar Tree. And if you find these, grab them because they are blank on the back. And I think this would be a really cool craft to do something else later. So, but we're going to use this one. And then I also have this sign. Mine is broken, and that's okay because we're going to take it apart anyway. I like this little, I like the star, and it has this blue welcome sign. Now, I did notice that this was the only one like this, so I think that at my Dollar Tree, someone swapped out colors. So, because this originally has, the other stars said, like, home of the free or something like that. The sign did instead of welcome. So, I think somebody swapped it out to change for the colors they wanted. But that's okay because I wanted that too. So I guess the two wrongs make a right. I don't know. But I fixed the problem and I bought the one they didn't want. So anyway, then you need some flowers. So I have 2 different types. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. So I bought the Patriotic flowers. They had the little carnations. And then I also have these, which I actually bought these before the carnations came out in my store. So these might get saved for something else. I haven't decided yet. Then I have these stars. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not, but I bought these at Walmart a couple years ago, and I know they still carry these, but I don't know if I'm going to use them. They're just in my stash here of things to use on this wreath. So let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to get started on the clothespins. So I have 2 bowls of just a little bit of water. You can see there just to cover the bottom. And what I'm going to do is dye some clothespins with chalk paint. So I need, for our patriotic wreath, I need 20 blue clothespins. And they're going to end up this really pretty country blue. Okay, so I'm going to put in some blue chalk paint into my water. I'm going to do the same thing with the red too, but I'm going to start with blue. I'm just going to mix this up until it's nice and mixed. It's really soupy. Then I am going to dump my 20 clothespins in here. And we're just going to let those soak in the paint. And I'm going to kind of move them around every once in a while. Maybe after an hour or so I'll move them around. But I'm going to let them soak for maybe 2 hours and then pull them out and let them dry. And we're going to do the same thing with the red. Okay, so for the red, I need 35 clothespins. So I did put in a little extra water. And this, again, will give it kind of a country red color. Mix it up here. And I'm using my paintbrush on the bottom of the bowl to get all that paint off the bottom. And then we're going to put in our red clothespins. think I might need a little more paint. Alright, so we're going to let these soak for a little while. Keep stirring them every, I don't know, half hour. So that, because I want them red, not pink. So we want to make sure we get the paint off the bottom. But that's, so we'll come back after these have soaked. Okay, so now we're going to do the white one. So I have my red and blue ones done and drying. And now we're going to do the white one. So you need 35 white, or you could just leave them wood color too. That'd be fine if you wanted to do that. That'd be cool. And we're just going to mix this all up. And then dump in our white clothespins. And we'll do the same thing with these we did with the others, and that's that we're going to let them marinate, if you will, in the white paint to soak up some of that white. And I actually kind of hope these stay a little bit the wood color. Just kind of lighten them up a little bit. So that's all we're going to do. Let these soak overnight here. Not overnight, but for an hour or so. And then we'll let them dry the same way we're letting the other ones dry. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is start putting on our clothespins. So I did spray paint my wreath frame in this real light gray color Rust-Oleum, just so that the green frame didn't, you know, pop out so much. So I'm going to start with the blue because I'm going to do like one section of blue. And the way you want to do this is I started right on the the bar here, and you want to go down then up, down then up. So I have one down, so this one is going to go here on the third one, and then you're going to go on to the second one and go all the way down. And you should have room to put 13 per section. So again, we're going to go to the third, 1, 2, 3, and push it all the way down, so you're actually clamping on the second one. And this is just the way that I like the alternating look, but you wouldn't have to do it this way. So once you get all the blue ones on, then we'll do the red and white. And so I just keep squeezing them down because I want to make sure that I have room for 13. Alright, I'm going to finish the blue, and then I'll show you how to do the red and white. Okay, so for the red and white ones, you can see I already started. I'm doing them in threes because I want them to kind of look like stripes. So I've done 3 red, 3 white. I'm going to keep going all the way around with 3 red and 3 red and 3 white, making sure that I get the 13 per section. And then we'll go back and attach our signs and decorations and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, doing the same thing with going down on the second ring and then going on to the third ring. Same thing, doing red and white, red and white. So we're going to finish that up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is attach our sign. Now, what I'm going to do is use some zip ties. Go ahead and pull. I'm probably going to need this knottable rope too, so I'm going to pull that out while I've got it. Or I might just use this string here. Okay, anyway, let me focus. Okay, so I'm going to untie this. I could cut it, but I think I'm going to use this string, so I'm going to untie it. And then what I'm going to do is zip tie, use the holes from this and zip tie this into the frame. Now what I'm going to attempt to do is hide my zip ties under my clothespins. So I'm going to have to remove them and take them and put them back on. Just the one. Oh, let me clarify myself. This knot is proving to be more difficult than I anticipated. Okay, one side off. So, yeah, I think I'm going to use I'm going to use this as the hanger, this twine here off this side. I thought about using the nautical rope, which is a great choice. But I already have this, and that nautical rope was hard for me to find sometimes, so I'm going to use that. Alright, so this is my sign here, and you can put this wherever you want. I think I'm going to put some stars and other things around this too. So, alright, so I'm going to put my zip ties in here, and then I'm going to take off the clip where I want to put the zip tie. So I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to use this white one right here. Okay. So I'm just going to slip this under here. Kind of. There we go. And I'm going to do it loose at first, just so I can make sure that both sides are even. And I'm going to kind of rely on my clips to hold this in place. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm going to put this back on here. How did I do that? I'm out of space. I must have nudged that somehow. Come on. Come on off of there. Let go. My goodness. There we go. Not sure how that happened. Okay. There we go. And this one goes here. Okay, and so now I'm going to cut off my zip ties. And you can see that kind of hides it there. So there I have my welcome sign attached. Now the other thing I have is I have the bottom of the welcome sign. And so what I'm thinking is, and I may take this off, I don't know, is letting this star hang from the bottom of my frame. So I thought I'd just put this on here and then reclamp those chains around my frame. I thought that'd be kind of cute, hanging down. So I'm just using my pliers to clamp that back around there. I'm going to do it on both sides. Okay. So there we have that. It's kind of cute, hanging down there. Nope. I just took it apart. It's okay. I'll put it back together. All right, I'll mess with that in a minute. The other thing I want to do is I want to take these stars and I'm going to paint them white and kind of hot glue them around the frame. So I'm going to do that next. All right, guys, so the next thing we're going to do is connect our stars. So I painted my stars white with the same chalk paint, and I'm going to attach them to the blue. So I'm thinking kind of like this. So I'm just going to put it on the little glue down here. You just kind of want to see where the clothespins are going to hit the star. Okay, the next, while this dries, I'm going to work on my bow. So for the bow, I'm going to use the Dollar Tree burlap ribbon. And I want it to kind of be a little, I don't want a huge bow. So I think if I do, that's too little. How long is that one? That one, this is a spare piece I had later on, that's 10 inches. So let me look, let's see what does 14 look like? Yeah, I think that was good. So I'm looking at right at 14 inches. And I'm thinking maybe just a single bow, okay? So what I'm going to do is take this, make sure it's right at 14 inches, and I'm going to put a little glue on the edge, and I'm going to fold it about to the middle, tap that down, and do the same thing to the other edge. Put a little glue, bring it down to the middle, and then we're going to let that dry for a second. Sorry if you can hear my son and my husband are playing Nintendo in the other room. I think you can hear them. Okay. Yeah. So then you just kind of crunch it in the middle here. And you take another piece of ribbon. And I like to fold it kind of like a sandwich. I'm going to bring the wire in to the middle. And then what you do is you just kind of wrap this around. Isn't that cute? And then glue it down. So my glue is actually a little bit wet, so it kind of stuck a little bit. Just want to make sure it's in the middle. Sometimes I get off the side a little bit. Then just wrap that around. It's a great time to have those finger protectors, guys. Okay, so we'll let this dry and set, and then we will move on. So I want to show you my hanger. So if you remember from the beginning of the video, I kept the string that was on this metal sign, and so I tied it right at the frame joints. So I'm going to just put a little hot glue on that just to make sure those are secure, those knots, and then we'll let that dry. Trim off my edges here. Now I want to tell you one thing I did do was on the corners of this flag I put a little dot of hot glue because my flag, it wanted to pop up. So I just put a little corner of hot glue on the edges, and it's staying just fine. Now this guy here, I'm not going to worry about him. He's going to hang down. But, whoop, sorry. I was trying to get my tails, my fuzzy, what's it called, hot glue tails off there. So here's my bow. I'm going to kind of fluff it a little bit. And we're going to glue it right at the top. Actually, I think I'm going to put it on the side. That'll kind of give it a balance with the stars. So I think I'm going to go over here on the side. Yeah, I think that'll look cute. Let me hold it up and see. Sometimes I get a better vision when I'm holding it up to the side. And yeah, that looks adorable. Okay. So I'm thinking about right here. A little hair bow, if you will. A little straggle piece there. We'll cut that off. So right here is what I'm thinking with my bow. So I'm going to let that dry and then I'll puff it up a little bit. But guys, that's it. It's done. So I'm going to hang this up and give you guys a nice look at it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video with this all Dollar Tree Patriotic wreath. So of course I did get my stars at Walmart, but Dollar Tree does have them. Just have to look for them. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, hit that little bell for notifications. Alright guys, so here's what it looks like hanging up. Actually, you can't see the bottom of it very well. There it is. It's so cute. This turned out so nice. So again, I hope you liked this video. Until next time, keep crafting.